Hey guys, the Super Review Show for another episode of Rock Talk. This is the show where I break down albums that have anniversaries or the album's just that great. The recordings are timeless, and the times cannot be more appropriate for it. This is the show where we break down albums that I want to discuss with you. You knew it was coming at some point, but this is Elvis's 1968 comeback special, the live recording of it. Look at him. The King. This is probably one of the most iconic live albums of all time. You know, people talk about like Queen at Live Aid or Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. I would say Elvis Presley in the 68 comeback special, one of the most pioneering moments in rock and roll history or music history, period, regardless of genre. Because at the time, he was only doing movies. And honestly, Elvis, there's a reason why it's called the 68 comeback special. There's a reason why it's called the iconic song that ending with "If I Can Dream," probably my favorite Elvis Presley song. It says in here this is the cover, of course, the iconic cover of him doing the Elvis Presley, the Elvis in front of the big the letters of his name, and then you have here. Hold on one second. Here we go. On the back is side 1 and side 2. It's only one vinyl. It's on RCA Records back in the day. This is the mono recording of it, but it's fantastic. I'm going to show you one more time. Great record. Iconic. You might be saying to yourself, well, why are you showing me this stuff? I refuse to get political on my show. I refuse to get politics involved on my channel. But I'm here to show you a better light than the world we live in. I'm not getting political. I'm just telling you what I think. When you turn to music to guide you away and distract you from the world, or the physical world, and take you to another world, this recording of the 68 comeback special can do that. With the dialogue, everything from the intro to Guitar Man to Can't Help Falling in Love and all the Hound Dog and all that stuff, and it's 50 stuff. Then going into like a couple of blues songs, and then Memories. Memories is so good. Oh my God. But ending on If I Can Dream. That is the North Star for rock and roll. That is the North Star for hope, in my opinion. Nowadays, and I'm not going to go into the lyrics, but if you listen to the song, If I Can Dream, you might change your tune a little bit. You might have a little bit of spark of optimism in your life. You might have hope for something that's going on in your life. Because right now, as crazy as times are outside of doing this, I live a regular life. I go to work, I come back home where I am now, and that's that. But If I Can Dream showed me a better world, a warmer sun where all my brothers walk hand in hand. Hope keeps shining on everyone. If I Can Dream, as Elvis Presley once said. When we did our top 5 Elvis songs on Mixed Bag, this was my number 1 song by Elvis Presley. It kind of got overlooked over time, though, unfortunately, because the year this came out in 1968. I'm not going to give you a doctoral thesis, but basically the world was, if you think the 2020s are going crazy with COVID, we had COVID, we had wars, we have corrupt political chaos going on in the world, not just here in America, but across the globe. We have trouble everywhere. And you want to talk about all of that, and plus in 1968, the Vietnam War, you had elections running like crazy, and Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. Robert Kennedy was assassinated. And it was a dark time, and Elvis kind of stood up at the time. He did a very bold move with this recording of the NBC comeback special. And basically, at the end of there's a reason why If I Can Dream is the last song on the record, because it shows, and every time I hear it, I cry. It shows me hope. It gives me hope to live. It gives me hope to keep going and don't shine away. So why am I bringing this up as a Rock Talk episode on the Super Review Show? It's because I'm here to tell you it's going to be okay. It's not going to be great. It might be great. It's not going to suck. It won't suck. But I'm here to tell you life gets better. This will all be over. Everything going on in the world right now, it'll all be over. It's a blip in time. There's been 2,000 years on Earth as far as mankind recorded history. Dinosaurs have walked the Earth. All that stuff. But when you turn to music to save your life, this is one that can do it. And If I Can Dream shows that. He was ahead of his time. He is not overrated. He is not an A-level artist or a B-level artist. He's Elvis fucking Presley. And he is a kick-ass artist, and he was a once-in-a-generation person. So, If I Can Dream of a Warmer Sun Where All My Brothers Walk Hand in Hand and Hope Keeps Shining Everyone, all that stuff, listen to that song right now in 2025, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. It's a different world. And he was a visionary. He knew that for sure. But as far as the music goes, the live recording is fantastic. I love it. One of my favorite live albums of all time. Now, aside from Live Aid, aside from the bootlegs of stuff like Bruce Springsteen's Live 785 box set, or even like the Beach Boys or Beatles, things I love. This is one of my favorite live recordings of all time. Even more than Queen at Live Aid or U2 at Live Aid. Even more than like Rattle and Hum. Even more than... This is one of my favorite recordings of any live music ever. And the fact that I have an original pressing of it from my grandfather, who rest in peace. If I Can Dream. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Rock Talk. If you like what you've seen here, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages as well as simply at The Super Review Show on Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, as I just said, and don't forget to follow and hit the bell for notifications too, please. Plenty more Rock Talk coming up as well. And look for more stuff from all of us here at The Super Show. We have other shows down every couple of weeks now. Great stuff from all of us here at The Super Show. But for all of your episodes of Rock Talk, keep it locked on The Super Show. The J-Man is off to rock. And If I Can Dream.